Now my friends, Subnautica is a pretty cool game, and usually it's quite normal, it's quite happy, you're having a good time swimming around with fish.
But what if it wasn't?
See, there are mods in the depths of the internet that can turn even this innocent game into an absolutely cursed experience, like the title of this video. Now look, according to my analytics, I should definitely leave this bit to the end of the video, but whatever, I'll show you guys right away. This, my friends, is, oh my god, what on earth? So this is Subnautica in third person. Yeah, that looks about right. If you've never played this game, oh my goodness, it is normally a first-person survival experience, but this, oh my god, this is very different. It works so well though. So what this mod does is, very clearly, putting the game into third person. That's Riley, our protagonist. This is something. I mean, if I disable the UI, this looks completely legit. Now yes, there are some odd animations, I think you could say. But wait, I want to see some more stuff. What does it look like when I build something? Oh my god, that works so well. Yeah, okay, well. Okay, now see what has happened is, that's not... here we go. Okay, so you can actually turn that off in the menu. Here we go. So I can be third person in the base. But now that I've disabled it, let's see. Will it actually be working? Oh my god, it works flawlessly. Look at this. Like, the game is perfectly playable in third person. Okay, what does a sea moth look like? Alright, so here's the beast. Let's get in. Whoa! Oh, this is sick! The turning is a little slow, but this is so freaking cool. Okay, obviously we have to try the Cyclops as well. Playing this in third person is giving me such uncanny vibes. Like, it looks Subnautica, it feels Subnautica, but it is so clearly not Subnautica. Okay, there she goes. Alright, so far so good. Obviously inside it works just fine. Okay, now let me tell you, this is not optimal. There is kind of, you know, an absolutely amazing hairdo in your way, so maybe not the best option for the Cyclops. But I mean, for everything else, this is so good. What will the fabled Reaper attack look like in third person inside a sea moth? Now we just have to find ourselves a Reaper. It's kind of funny how you get that little effect around the sea moth to simulate the water when you're inside. Oh yeah, you know, somehow that is a lot less scary. Oh my god, I'm really getting thrashed around though. That is so friggin' cool. Now, mind you, this is on the Legacy branch on Steam. Unfortunately, after the Living Large update, this is one of those mods that, to my knowledge, has not been updated yet, and so the only way to get it to work is to have the game on Steam, switch back to the Legacy branch, and use it with Qmod. Now that we've seen what the video is about, I have some more exciting mods to show you that I think you will really like. But first, let's switch over to the new BepInEx version. Now that those third-person shenanigans are out of the way, there are a few more things I want to show you. And the first one, well, let's just say it tends to make things a little crazy. Do you ever feel that Subnautica is just a little stale? You've been playing for hundreds of hours, you know the starting locations by the back of your hand. Well, luckily, we have the Randomizer Mod. This thing is kinda crazy. So, upon installing it, you will see this tab here in the mods menu, which has a giant list of settings, including the spawn point biome, data boxes, blueprints, etc, etc, etc. Now what this lets you do is customize just how random the game of Subnautica should be. Let's try it. Alright, well, that's different. Where on earth did I spawn and
Why am I lagging out so much?
Yeah, so not only does this randomize the starting location of your life pod, that's actually kind of insane. I want to try that again. Let's see where it spawns us now. Is this one of the default locations? I honestly can't even tell. Well, anyway, not only does it randomize the spawn location of your life pod, it randomizes pretty much everything to do with crafting as well. For example, let's say I wanted to craft a knife. Well, now I would need a bladderfish, a Regulus shell seed, and acid mushroom spores? Yeah, this definitely brings it up a notch when it comes to crafting. Like, you need a purple tablet to craft a power cell, for example, which is kind of ridiculous. And you might think, come on, that's not even remotely playable. And you know what, you're probably right. But luckily, in the mod settings, you can pretty much change all of that. You can even turn the recipes off completely so that they are just the normal way. I do actually want to try. I'm gonna quit now. And I'm gonna quickly try jumping into a survival game just to see if I could like get through the first 5 minutes at all. Okay, so we've survived the crash. As you can see, I have nothing on me. I guess the first thing I should get is a scanner with a whole fish, a boomerang, and a salt deposit. Okay, there's a whole fish. Come on, buddy. Come here. There we go. You know, this could be a pretty fun series, like Subnautica, but everything is random. Let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested to see me try and pull my hair out over getting a full playthrough like this. Oh, there's a salt deposit. Okay, I will risk drowning. That's fine. Come on, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Oh. Okay, now let's see if this actually works. And there it is. I can craft a scanner. As you can see, all of it works perfectly. So, you know, this could definitely be a fun round to try. Alright, and the next thing I want to talk about is why is all my FPS gone? What? Alright, and the next thing I want to talk about, guys, are bases. Now, I'm gonna be the first to say that I think Subnautica bases are freaking cool. Even by default, you can use the components to make them look really freaking nice. But what if you can make them look even a bit nicer? Or even a bit sleeker, one might say. Well, luckily, there is the mod of sleek bases. See, what this one does is relatively subtle. It changes and updates a lot of the materials that bases are using to make them look a lot more, well, let's just say visually appealing. This might not be immediately obvious, but it will come down to stuff like the floor textures, the materials used on everything. But here, why don't I show you some before and after so that you can actually see the difference. But if you're somebody who's really into building bases, and you want them to look as nice as possible, and of course you prefer this new visual aesthetic, it is definitely something you should look into. I also want to point out that this mod does come with some customization. You can kind of mix and match until you get the perfect configuration for you. And the final thing I want to talk to you guys about are inventories. So, as you can see, I'm using the 1x1 item mod, but that's not really the point. The inventory is kind of bland by default. All the items kind of look the same in the blue circle with a small image representing it in the middle. And I think this is fine, perfectly usable. But if you're somebody who often struggles with, you know, being overwhelmed by a lot of things on your screen, or maybe you're just somebody who likes to organize things more, I would highly recommend the Inventory Color Customization mod. This lets you very simply pick, for all matter of items, what color they should be represented by in your inventory. For example, for tools, which are by default blue, we could switch them to orange. And now, if I go back into the game, as you can see, all of my tools are now orange in the inventory. This is something that could really help, especially when you get towards the end game and your inventory tends to fill up with a lot of stuff. Like so. Anyways, guys, that brings us to the end of the video today, so I really hope you enjoyed. And if you did, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. All of those would be very much appreciated. With that, I'm gonna wish you all a beautiful rest of the day, and I'll see you beautiful people in whatever next video I make. Bye bye.